welcome to the first session of Toppers Talk conducted by Ignite SV University College of Engineering. This is Daruri Fanit from Computer Science and Engineering Department. Welcome you all. In this session today, we are going to interact CAT 2019 ranker AP State Topper Miss Chandralakshmi Likita. She scored 99.07 percentile in her first attempt. She's a proud alumni. She completed her BTech this year from ECE department. She got admission offers from IIM Indore, IIM Kozhikode, and all the CAP IIMs. Now she secured a seat in IIM Kozhikode and joined recently. She completed her education in Tirupati. This session is intended to provide an opportunity for all the CAT aspirants to meet Ms. Likita, of course, virtually, and clear all your doubts on CAT interview process and all the selection process, and know her preparation strategies too. Okay, now let's welcome 2019 CAT topper, our proud alumni, Ms. Chandralakshmi Likta, ma'am.
Thank you for the introduction, Panit. That was nice too. So now I would like to start, first with my CAT score, like how I got like a section-wise thing. See, I got like around 99 plus in both the quant and the LRDA, but my verbal was around 82. But there would be this question in your mind that with 82 score, can you get into an IIM? Can you get a call? Okay. See, the sectional cutoffs are around 80, so it won't be a big issue for you. But you have to, like, first I want to start with the mistake that I have done during my CAT prep. See, I want to talk about the mistakes first and how I able to overcome them. What was my strategy? This is how I'll be talking today. The one mistake I have done during my CAT prep is like, I ignored the verbal ability section. Like, I know most of you would be doing that. Like, most of us will be like, we'll be ignoring the verbal ability, thinking that it is the basic English and we can do it easily. But it is not true. Like, you can see in my case, I got around 82. It was in a border percentile. I was lucky enough that I just crossed the, cutoff. But see, don't ever ignore any one section. Just don't concentrate on the section you're strong at. Concentrate on every section of the CAT. Okay, everything is important because you have the sectional cutoff. Okay, and also next coming, you need to have. So many people ask me like, how did you maintain this motivation till the end, like till the CAT exam? How you were able to maintain? See, for that, you need to have a solid answer for your why MBA. Like, why do you want to do? Like, why have you chosen this CAT exam in the first place? See, while I was preparing for CAT, my solid reason was, to get a better, job, obviously. Or, I would say upfront that money was my motivation. Like, I wanted to earn more. So this was a motivation, and for me, CAT was the only option that I could find that could suit me. Like I'm a person who's more interested in maths and all that logical side and all. So I chose CAT. This was my reason, and I have made up my mind in such a way that if not CAT, you don't have anything. This was something that kept me motivated till the end. Okay, and this motivation for everyone is really important, and particularly you have 15 days left for your CAT, and right now there should be no deviation. Of course, we have exams. Even I had exams last year, like the same situation. Last year it was there. See, but you have to keep that motivation, till the end, and not just the CAT exam, till your interview, the final interview also. Okay, so I'll give you a few other pointers for why MBA because I have experienced now 3 months at an IIM. Like I've been through what it is like. My term one is also over already. So I'll give you few additional points so which could inspire you or which could motivate. See, for people like us, like from an SV university, like we'll be competing with, what kind of people will have people from IITs, people from NITs, and you will even have people who are chartered accountants. You'll have people who have done MBBS, like you'll have doctors as your competitors. You'll have fashion technology students as your competitors, and there will be some people who have even won an award from the Prime Minister. See, these kind of people you'll be competing with. In our college, we'll be like everyone is, it's kind of a normal competition, like which you can easily face. but something you find at IM is totally different. Okay. And also my 3 months experience, I would say, you know, it was a totally different one. See, you will have so many assignments, you will have so many projects, you will get to know so many different things. In, if I have to say in one sentence why an IM or a why a top B school, you will get an experience for your lifetime. You know, if you can survive these 2 years of MBA at a top B school, you will be able to face anything and everything in your life. You know, that is why you should choose a B school for the higher education. Okay. This is the additional pointer that I would like to give for your YMBA, and you know, to keep that motivation till the end. And now coming to the preparation strategy, what I used to do is like, you know, a basic, as I told, I was actually interested in the mathematics, so I chose this CAT exam. So what I used to do is like, we used to get, I got coaching from Career Launcher, so we used to have handouts every day. We used to have handouts, and we had an online account. So what I used to do is like, I used to go through the concept first, and I used to solve the problems related to them. And then what I do is I solve them in one method, like in my own method. Then I go through the different methods that are possible. Then I you know, check the easiest method and then stick onto it. And if there are any mistakes or if there are any doubts, I try to clarify them then and there, because I have seen many of my friends who who don't clear their doubts. You know, you, they just carry them till the exam, and never do that, because what are you going to do if you get this similar problems in the exam, right? Okay. And also, I used to take a lot of mocks. I know this 15 days time is not a time for taking mocks. I'm just saying, if you have taken any mocks, hopefully I believe you do, because mocks are really important for any competitive exam. If you have taken any mocks, this 15 days of time is the right time for you to do the analysis of them. If you have already done, it is well and good. If you haven't, just take a 2 hours time per day, because you have exams also, 2 to 3 hours time per day, and review and analyze those mocks, only those marks. Now don't go through any new concepts, don't go through any kind of new problem solving, don't do anything of something that is new. Okay, not even a new problems from the concepts, you know. Okay, just go through the concepts once, the already prepared ones, and the ones you feel you're strong at, and then, you know, just solve the you know, the mock problems, like maybe solve or maybe just analyze. Okay, this is what you have to do in this last 15 days time. Please don't touch any new concept, okay, in anything. And one thing many people ask me is like the VARC preparation. Like we try to solve many RCs, we try to solve many questions in the VA part, but we are not able to get a good percentage. Okay, so I would bluntly say my percentile while I was writing the mock exam was very low. It was around 40 to 60 percentile whenever I was writing any mock. Okay, see, so now, but how I was able to increase it to 82 percentile in my final CAT exam, because it is around 30 percentile, if you can see. So what I did was, particularly for the VARC part, you need to build up a strategy. Like the total CAT exam is like not just concept. It is like 30% concepts that you will be applying, 70% it is a strategy that you will be applying. Okay. So the 70% strategy, how I build up for VARC is like, you know, there is we used to have VA part. We used to get 10 questions. They are the easiest ones to solve. Okay, and if you are solving the 10 questions, like I'm talking with respect to the previous year paper, I know you the paper will be changing for you. So what I used to do is like, I used to concentrate on that 30 questions. I'm like, sorry, that 10 questions of the VA part, because they, if you see any mock exams or any previous year examinations, the VA questions will always be easy, like easier to solve, because you can get the clue or the, you know, the logic behind the a question that they are asking. You can get it easily. So I suggest maybe practice one or two VA questions, or like you know, learn some of the strategies to solve this particular VA question. Okay, and coming to RC, see, RC has always been tough. it is tough for me to, because there will be options, like two options will be there in the end, which are so close to each other, and you are not able to, fix on one that is correct one. And most of the time you end up answering the wrong one, which is close to the correct one. So what you can do here is like, first concentrate on those passages which are like a story. For us, we had passages related to history, we had passages related to our story was there, and there was some technical, like a science related one. And my strategy was to go through that story one first, because we can understand it better. We don't have to read it twice or thrice. Just by reading it once, we can get it. So concentrate on the story part first. I mean, not just a story. If you are someone who is interested in the technical or a science side, concentrate on the science, the science reading comprehension first. So build up your strategy like that for the reading comprehension. What kind of topics you are interested in? Just go through that reading comprehension first. Try to solve that passage first, and then get to the next interesting one for you. This was my strategy for the VRs. Okay, I know in these 15 days might not be a right time to entirely change any strategy that you have built up. If you feel the strategy that you already have is better for you, just stick on to that. If not, you can try this one. Okay. And coming to LRDI and quantitative aptitude. So LRDI, we used to get equal number of LR sets and the DI sets. My strength is in LR. So what I do is like, first I try to, first you have to have that ability to, recognize or to correctly identify which are the LR sets and which are the DI sets. And even in that set, which questions you can answer and which questions you can't. Okay, that is a key in LRDI part. So what you can do, what I did is like, my strength is LR. I know that. So because of the mocks that I have given, I'm able to correctly identify which is the correct set that I have to do in the time, so that I can score more. Okay. So I used to concentrate on the LR sets. I used to solve all the sets that are from LR. And then if time permits, I used to go for DI sets. What happened in my CAT exam is like, there were 8 sets. It was a normal pattern from the before year. So there were 3 LR actually, and 5 were DI. I mean, like in that 5, one was like LR and DI combined. So I was able to correctly identify that. So I solved that LR questions, LR sets correctly, the 3, and then I went to this LR plus DI combined, and I had around 5 to 6 minutes. That wasn't enough for the DI questions, obviously. So this was what I did. I solved half of the paper from the LRDA, which fetched me around 99 plus percentage. So you can see the math there. It is not like, CAT exam is a relative scoring one. See, even if you are scoring 10 marks per 100, and even if everyone else is scoring 10 marks per 100 or even less, you will still be the topper there. Okay. So don't panic in the exam when you're not able to solve many questions. Like if you are feeling tough, just keep in mind that it is tough for everyone. Okay. This I'm saying this because there are my one of my friends said, I didn't solve many questions in the VARC. I got panicked and I messed up the LRDI and the quantitative aptitude. He knows very well how to solve those questions. He practiced well. He after come out of the exam, like after the paper was out, like for the reference, he was saying like, I could have solved this, I could have solved this, I could have done this if I hadn't panicked. See, this was one thing that you should avoid. You should avoid at any cost. That guy's strength is this LRDA and quant, but he wasn't able to solve because he panicked because of the ERC. But in the end, he got 80 plus percentile in VRC. He got around 30 something score, just like me. He was able to get 82 percentile. But if he didn't panic, he would have got a better percentile in quant and LRDA also. He just missed a chance because he panicked. See, what I did was like, I didn't panic. VRC, I know I have done a very less amount of questions. I did only 13 questions out of the total 34 that were there. I know that. But I was sure that all the 13 questions I did was right. And I was like, it is tough for everyone. It is not just for me. Okay. And VRC is done. I cannot do anything about that. So I was able to concentrate on the LRDI part and the quant part. Okay. This was where it was a plus for me. It was a minus for the other guy that I said. So never get panicked at any point of time during your exam. Okay. Just keep in mind that if it is tough for me, it is tough for everyone. And among everyone, it is easiest for me. Okay. Just keep that in mind. And some tips for this 15 days, I would, as I have already mentioned, just review your mock tests and analyze them. I really hope that you have given at least 5 mocks. It is really important. Even if you haven't done, it is okay. Just review all the problems that you have done. You might have faced a difficulty with particular problems always, particular problems or particular concepts, right? Just review them, just analyze them once, like where you have done mistake when you were practicing. Just do that once. And some other tips, as I would say, would be, right now, as I have already mentioned, just don't go for any new concept now. And because you have exams, I'm recommending not to take a mock also. But if you can spend a solid 3 hours time, sorry, the 2 hours time, like you have 2 hours, right? Solid 2 hours time without any distractions and all. Like you don't have to have this exam pressure in your mind also when you're taking this mock. When you are able to do that, just give a 1 or 2 more. If you are sure that will be able to spend a solid 2 hours time. Okay. And these last days, like we have 15 days, you just have to use this to rewind all the concepts. Okay, just make sure that you rewind all the concepts. Just don't leave a concept because you think you're strong at it. Revise it again. Okay. These are the some of the tips that I would like to give. And the journey to IIM doesn't end at the CAT. And if you have checked the CAT score, percentage in the final score that you get while getting into IIM, it is around 30%. CAT will have only 30% weightage. Okay, it is just like a ticket for you to get into IIM, like for the interviews, and the interviews and the GDs, the VAT. These are the really important ones for you. Okay, so it is not just CAT. CAT, if you even if you see Ahmedabad or Bangalore or Calcutta, no one has more than 40% weightage to CAT. Okay, and there are some 10 to 20% for the college thing, for the gender thing, that and all. But VAT and PI, these are really important. VAT in the sense, this is the written ability test, where you will be given a topic and you have to understand what kind of topic is given, and you will be given around 15 to 20 minutes, and you will have to write a 1 page or a 2 page. It depends on the college, whatever they prefer. You will have to write. Okay, for that you will have around 15 to 20% weightage, or 10% in some colleges. And then comes the PI, the personal interview. See, the personal interview, I really recommend every one of you to start preparing after the CAT. If you're sure that you have given CAT well, even if you're not sure, just start preparing for your VAT and personal interview. These are the really important ones and the biggest mistake that I have done. Okay, I didn't start the preparation because of some kind of stupid reasons. I didn't start my preparation for the personal interview or the VAT. I only started it after I got my score off. And at the same time, we had an internship at Siemens in our college, and that was a mandatory internship then. See, that is one of the biggest mistakes that I've done. See, I've got calls from almost all IIMs. Like I even got from A, B, C, and all, but I wasn't able to convert. It is not that I haven't done well in the PI or VAT or something. It is just that the others have done better than me, and the others have better profile than me. See, I've told you in the beginning, right? You'll be competing with people who are from IITs, who are from NITs, who are even, there will be some people, from the so reputed colleges and so reputed background, that your background doesn't look anything before them. See, that kind of pressure you will be under. And also, for my Ahmedabad, I saw one person who was who was an entrepreneur actually, a real-time entrepreneur. He was a CEO of a company which had a turnover of around 2 crores or something. See, but he wanted to MBA, so he sold that company of his, that small startup of his, and then he came for gave CAT, and he came for the Ahmedabad interview. See, with such kind of people, you'll be competing. Okay, so CAT is one of the, it's just one thing where you can perform very well, which is in your hands right now. Okay, so make sure that no matter what, you get a very good percentile in CAT. Okay, because even if it is just 30 to 40% weightage, this is where you can where you can score, right? Because the personal interview, it will depend upon the interviewer that day. You never know what kind of person you will get, and what kind of questions you will get, and what kind of mood that particular interviewer will be. And also, you never know what kind of people they'll be shortlisting for this particular personal interview, right? If there are people with a very great background, and there will be people who can talk really good, like any kind of topic you give, they won't shy out, and they'll be able to talk. Even that kind of people will be there. You cannot do anything in that situation. You cannot that won't be in your hands. Right now, what is there in your hands before getting into IIM, like to make sure that you get into an IIM or any premier based school, is this CAT exam or any other entrance exam that you're doing. Okay, so make sure you do well here so that you can get into a good or B school.